Imagine hiking high into the Himalayas. And discovering a frozen lake filled with human skeleton. Not one, not 10, hundreds. And the strangest part? Almost every skull showed the same mysterious injury. No weapons, no signs of battle, no explanation. This is the mystery of Skeleton Lake.
High in the Indian Himalayas, more than 16,000 feet above sea level, lies a remote glacial lake known as Roopkund. For most of the year, it remains hidden beneath snow and ice. Few people ever make it there. But in 1942, a British forest ranger reached the lake and stumbled upon something extraordinary. Human remains. Hundreds of them, scattered around the shoreline and visible beneath the icy water. At first, officials feared the bodies might be linked to World War II, but further investigation revealed something far more surprising. These people had been dead for over 1,000 years. The cold mountain climate had preserved many of the remains remarkably well. Researchers found bones, clothing, jewellery, leather shoes, and even strands of hair. But one detail stood out above everything else: the skulls. Many of them carried the same unusual injury, a deep, round fracture on the back of the head. It was as though something had fallen directly from the sky, and nobody knew what it was. As scientists continued to study the remains, a possible explanation began to emerge. For generations, local villagers had told a strange story. According to legend, a king and his travelling party were crossing these mountains when they angered a goddess. As punishment, she sent giant balls of ice crashing down from the sky. Everyone was killed. For centuries, it sounded like nothing more than folklore. Then the evidence started to tell a similar story. The injuries on the skulls were not consistent with swords, arrows, or combat. Instead, they appeared to have been caused by powerful impacts from above. Researchers suggested that the victims may have been caught in an extreme hailstorm, not ordinary hail, but large, dense hailstones capable of fracturing human skulls. Imagine standing on an exposed mountain ridge. No trees, no shelter, nowhere to run. Then ice begins falling from the sky with deadly force. It was a terrifying possibility. And for decades, many believed the mystery had finally been solved. A group of travellers caught in a catastrophic storm. Case closed, or so it seemed. In 2019, scientists carried out the most detailed DNA study ever conducted on the Roopkund remains. The results changed everything. Researchers expected the victims to belong to a single group. Instead, they discovered multiple populations. Most of the individuals were of South Asian ancestry, which was exactly what scientists expected. But a significant number were not. Their DNA showed ancestry linked to the Eastern Mediterranean, populations genetically similar to people living in regions such as Greece and Crete, thousands of miles away from the Himalayas. And the surprises did not stop there. These people had not all died together. Radiocarbon dating revealed that some groups were separated by centuries, different people, different eras. Yet somehow they all ended up at the same isolated lake. No historical record explains why people with Eastern Mediterranean ancestry travelled to this remote location. No known expedition mentions it. No clear trade route passed through it. And that leaves us with an extraordinary question. What were they doing there? What makes Roopkund so haunting is that these are not just ancient bones. They were real people. Travellers, pilgrims, men and women who set out on a journey, and never returned home. A piece of jewellery, a leather shoe, a lock of hair preserved by the ice. Small reminders that every skeleton belonged to someone with a life, a family, and a story. Even today, the mystery continues. As glaciers retreat and the ice slowly melts, new remains occasionally emerge from the mountainside. Researchers believe there may still be more hidden beneath the frozen ground, waiting to be discovered. The hailstorm theory may explain how some of these people died, but it does not explain why they were there. Not the South Asian travellers, and certainly not those whose ancestry traces back thousands of miles away. After more than 1,000 years, Skeleton Lake has surrendered many of its secrets, but its biggest mystery remains unanswered. Why did all of these people end up here, and what really happened on this mountain? If you enjoyed this mystery, subscribe and join us for the next investigation.